Shatter the Darkness is about being stuck, and there comes a point when you feel like you aren't moving on in life, and it feels as if there's this massive swarm of just darkness around you. It's just there, it's just hovering. And it prevents you from seeing what's happening in front of you. It prevents you from seeing the path that you're supposed to take. And the feeling of uncertainty is so paralyzing sometimes that you just stop because you don't know what's going to happen next. And the idea that everything could possibly go wrong it's just too much. It's overwhelming sometimes. And it's in those moments when you feel that you don't have the strength to carry on, that you need to cry out to Jesus and let him come down and rescue you.
Please answer my prayer and shatter the darkness around me.
At the time, I was 19 and I was still going to college, and the first 2 years, I took the bus going from school and home, and at that time, I had an 8 a.m. class that I had to be at the bus stop by 7 in the morning. And if I wanted a chance to make it on time, I had to be there just a little bit earlier, a little bit later. And one morning, it was cold, it was dark, it was damp, the rain was falling sideways. It was like the worst possible morning I could start off to. And I didn't have an umbrella. So here I am just standing in front of that bus stop, and it's cold, and the phrase "Shatter the Darkness" just came to my mind, and I'm like, okay, I could probably do something with this. And so I took my phone out at that time and I started writing down the things that I had in my mind and my thought process regarding what does it mean to shatter the darkness? What does it mean to be delivered and rescued from me? And a melody started humming in my head, and so I hit record. I was like, okay, this is how it goes. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. And so that I wouldn't forget about it. So later on that week, I sat down and I took my notes out and I started playing on the keyboard just to mess around, and that's pretty much how Shatter the Darkness came out to be. Yeah, it's the bus stop song. How's the song encouraged you? It hasn't. Absolutely. I joke about the song a lot, I guess lovingly, calling it the bus stop song because, well, it was made at a bus stop. And it was a point in my life where I thought that if I just endure and I hung on tight, that everything was going to work out. Everything was going to be okay. I'll outlast my issues. I'll outlast my problems. And growing up, I realized that that's not exactly how things work. And that I can't ignore them and embrace that idea that everything's going to be all right, because no matter how long you endure certain things, they just don't go away. They're always there and they continue to persist. And when you're in need of rescue, you shouldn't have to wait for somebody to notice, oh, hey, you need help. Oh, hey, let me extend an arm to you to help out. We have to actively reach out and cry out for help. And that's one thing that we can do, is that when we reach out and we cry out to Jesus to deliver us from the darkness that surrounds us, he responds and he comes down and he pulls us out from the things that we're stuck from.
Of sin, is there hope for me? So I said,
oh joy. As a matter of fact, yeah, there is, and it's the bridge of the song, and it goes over and over and over, I fail you.
I can't go on, my strength is gone.
That part, every time. And it's because I'm the type of person who likes to accomplish everything on my own. I'm one of those, just put me in a room by myself, give me all the materials I need, and I'll get the job done. And I learned that I can only go so far before I collapse from exhaustion. And it wasn't a question of my ability, it wasn't a question of what I was capable of how much strength I held, but there's just only so much that you can do by yourself. And if I ever wanted to face the challenges of life on a daily basis, just one after the next, if I ever wanted to take them on at full speed, at full strength ahead, I can only go this far. But when I rely on the strength that God renews me with every day, I can go even further than that, and even further than that. And it was learning to rely and not think about how the failures and the mistakes make me unworthy or make me undeserving of such help. That's why the bridge gets to me over time, because and over I fail, and it feels like I can't go on. My strength is all taken out. But it's in those moments where I'm like, you know what, God, like, I need you to come in. I need you to renew me. I need you to strengthen me to help me keep going, to accomplish that purpose that you got for my life.
Jesus came and saved me. This was my prayer to God.
I would describe this song as it's a song that you would listen to when you just need just a little pick-me-up, a little push, a little encouragement. And sometimes we need that encouragement without the fanfare, without the fireworks, without all the extra glitz and glitter, because we need to be reminded that it is okay to struggle sometimes. Yeah, that's right. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to do poorly sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. And it's okay to ask for help. And we have to swallow our pride as human beings, as people, and that, you know what? I can't do this on my own. I can't figure out this issue. I can't overcome this obstacle, and I need help. And I know that it feels more often than not that God is far away. It really does. But it's in those moments when you feel like he's far away, that he's not listening, that he's actually a lot closer to you than you notice, than you can imagine. And when you ask him for help, he's always there, and he always shows up in the most mysterious, sometimes whimsical and just nonsensical way. And that's the beauty of God, is that when he helps, it's not conventional. It's in a way that we completely unexpect it. And he's always there in a time of need. Even when we think we are not in need of something, he comes through and he delivers every single time. And that's why we need to have that little push and little reminder when things are going well, because it's when things are going well that we forget he's always there. He's always renewing us every day. He's always pushing us through to the next thing that we got to get to.
To shatter the darkness surrounding me, the shadows fade at your side. Jesus.
I chose Shatter the Darkness as the second song of the album because after we break through our personal Jericho walls, we need a little reminder that the battle isn't over yet. And when you overcome a challenge, another one comes, and then another one, and another one, and so on and so forth. And it's relentless, and honestly, life is hard because life is full of challenges. And I learned that we shouldn't try to outlast our challenges because there are some of them you just can't. But instead, we should allow God to renew us daily with his strength. Because, like I said before, we can only go this far with our own strength. But when God renews us daily with his strength, we can go this far, and this far, and this far, overcoming challenges and obstacles one at a time, successfully, victoriously. And that is why Shatter the Darkness is the second song in the album.
To shatter my darkness, shadows will fade. Yeah, he came and saved me. This was my prayer